Hello, my precious wandering souls, and welcome back to Wright, Ace Attorney. We are going to start the third investigation. Last episode, we are not in a good position right now. So far, it seems that the real crime scene was the underground parking lot, which is not good for us because that's where our client was seen committing the murder. So things are not good looking up for us right now. So let's start the investigation. And God, I hope I don't get stuck like last time. I hope not. So February 24th at 3:12 p.m. Wright and Cole offices. I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry for what my sister said. Drastic crimes require drastic measures. Oh yeah, Lana admitted to forging evidence. And I think that's going to affect Edgeworth as well. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to, in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. I didn't know. I never knew that the SM9 incident was just another name for the Joe Darke killings. Sounds like everyone's heard about these killings but me. You never hear about anything, Phoenix. You live under a rock or something. Lana wanted Darke convicted so badly. That's why she used me. That's why she used what happened to me. What happened to you? Can you explain? What do you mean, what happened to you? It's out there in the file. Joe Darke's last victim was prosecutor Neil Marshall. When he murdered Officer Marshall's brother, he left behind an incriminating piece of evidence. But what did you have to do with those killings, Emma? On the night Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered, Joe Darke tried to kill me. Oh. What? He tried to kill you? Oh, he protected you. Oh. Officer Marshall's brother, Neil, was only trying to save me. Oh. So that means you... Yes. I was a witness in the Joe Darke trial. I didn't see that one coming. Can you talk to me about it? SL9 incident. It happened 2 years ago. I was right. It was right about this time of the year too. There was a terrible thunderstorm that day, unusual for the season. I was alone in my sister's office. We were planning to eat dinner together once she finished her work. Then suddenly, this terrifying man came bursting into the office. Joe Darke. It seemed like he was running from someone. He pulled out a knife and screamed at me. I didn't know what was going on. Just then, Prosecutor Marshall showed up. You're Marshall's brother. Joe Darke tried to take me hostage. But before he could, Mr. Marshall tackled him. Then... What happened? I'll never forget it. Lightning struck and the lights went out. Suddenly, a bolt of lightning flashed outside the window, lighting up the office for an instant. What I saw then burned a permanent picture in my mind. I can still see it now. A permanent picture. Huh, okay, after the incident. I don't remember the moment when Darke stabbed Mr. Marshall. So you weren't able to testify about that? No, I was only asked about when I was attacked. That must be why she made up the crime. Made it up? You mean provided bogus evidence? The prosecutor's office wanted a guilty verdict so badly. Lana forged the evidence and Mr. Edgeworth used it. But Edgeworth didn't know about that, right? Edgeworth? Yes, but I'm sure he didn't know anything about it. He could have known he was being given false evidence. Even so, that's when it all started. The rumors about Mr. Edgeworth, I mean. It's all my fault. No, don't say that. If I could have just testified properly, none of this would have happened. So it's true, even though he may not have known it. Edgeworth really was involved in falsifying evidence. After that case ended, Lana was never the same. She became cold, like she is today. She must not have been able to face up to what she did, especially not to Emma. Ah, okay. Permanent picture. What did you see in the instant that the crime occurred? Darke knocked down Mr. Marshall and raised his knife. Neil Marshall was stabbed right in front of this poor girl. Oh yeah, that would be so traumatizing. I don't remember what happened after that. Apparently, I passed out. When I came to, Lana was cradling me in her arms. Poor Emma, you've been through so much. I couldn't bring myself to testify about that instant. I tried, but the words just couldn't come out. I drew a picture, but it wasn't any good. 2 years ago, you must have been 14. That's understandable. Once it was all over, I made up my mind. I decided that when I grew up, I'd become a scientific investigator. I want to be able to fight crime with my testimonies and find the evidence to make an airtight case. That way, Lana would never have to forge any. I see. I think I'm finally starting to understand what makes Emma tick. But there's still something that bothers me about that crime. Something puzzling. There's something that's puzzling me, Emma. What is it? You said you were in Lana's office at that time, right? That's right. Why then would a serial killer come running in there? Not only that, but he was being chased by a prosecutor? Oh, there's no mystery there. Joe Darke had been taken in for questioning that day. Taken in for questioning? You mean by the police? Of course. This happened at the police department. He tried to run away halfway through the interview and fled into my sister's office. But why did he run all the way over to your sister's office? Because the detective's office and the questioning room are right across from the elevator. Across from the elevator? But Lana was the chief prosecutor, wasn't she? No, I don't think she was the chief prosecutor back then. No, silly! Didn't I tell you? 2 years ago, Lana was a detective. She was the best in the entire force. What? Now that's news to me. After the Joe Darke case, she was transferred to the prosecutor's office and made chief prosecutor. But can you be made a prosecutor if you don't have like any like law degree like in prosecuting? Lana used to be a detective? Her name is in the files, right? But head prosecutor, my search for witnesses. It says executive investigators, so I guess that means that she was a detective. Okay. I'd better have another talk with her. Alright, I guess that means we're going to the detention center. Okay, detention center, visitors room. Lana! Mr. Wright, it seems I keep causing you trouble. Falsifying evidence. I didn't think you were the type. Criminals don't mind playing foul. Why should we? We're supposed to be the good guys. But Lana, if you're wrong, an innocent person might be found guilty. Believe me, I understand the risks. Lana, Emma told me about you. Oh? About how you were a detective 2 years ago. And how the SL9 incident was the reason for your transfer to the prosecutor's office. That's right. Could you fill me in on the details, especially about that unusual change of jobs? I suppose you have a right to know, Mr. Wright. Okay. Today's trial. A lot of revelations were uncovered at the trial today, not the least of which was the fact that this case is largely connected to another one, 2 years ago. Evidence from that case was stolen as well, though I expected as much. I know how obsessive Officer Marshall can be. That trial, it really wasn't fair, was it? I believed in you, Lana. I believed that no matter what happened, you'd always stick to the truth. It couldn't be helped, Emma. At that trial 2 years ago, I sold my soul. Well, all drama aside, the fact of the matter is, at 5:15 there was no murder at the police department. Tell me it's not true, Lana. What the witness, Miss Starr, said. About you stabbing Mr. Goodman with a knife. Lana, I don't understand. Why won't you tell us? Emma, this doesn't involve just me. I don't think I ever seen Lana look so phased before. Okay, Detective Lana Sky. It's true, I was a member of the police force 2 years ago. She was amazing! They still talk about all the cases she and Chief Gant cracked together. Chief Gant? He was the deputy chief of police back then, but he still worked the crime scenes. Damon Gant. He was everything I aspired to be. They were the best team ever. They solved crimes before the reports could even be filed. Wow. Emma really idolizes her big sister. Reminds me of Maya. But now you're chief prosecutor. What happened? I always planned on becoming a prosecutor. The reason I became a detective was to gain experience investigating crime scenes so you could use that experience in court, right? Gant's help in the SL9 case was crucial to this resolution. After that, he became chief of police and arranged my transfer to the prosecutor's office. Maybe I should ask more about this investigation of theirs 2 years ago. Okay. Darke investigation. 2 years ago, I was second in command to the detectives investigating Darke. Second in command? That means the investigation lead was Damon Gant, right? Yes, Deputy Chief Gant and I share the same office and the same investigations. They even had the same office. Oh, then maybe Darke was trying to get to Gant instead of, like, because if they share the same office, then maybe Darke wanted to kill Gant to, I don't know, get rid of the main investigator of his case, and Emma just so happened to be there. We led a team of the best detectives on the force. Detective Woodman, whose case it was, Jake Marshall, and Angel Starr. It was the first time Marshall worked with his brother. He was quite gung-ho. Without a doubt, Joe Darke was the serial killer. We asked him to come in for questioning. We were desperate for evidence. That was when his final murder took place. When he tried to murder Emma. Prosecutor Marshall was trying to save me from Darke. You see, the first person who happened upon the scene of the crime was me. Now you tell us. First one at scene. Damon Gant and Neil Marshall were the ones questioning Darke that day. The investigation went in its final stages, and Darke must have suddenly panicked. So he waited until Gant and Marshall let the guards down, then fled the room. From there, he ran straight to the office shared by Deputy Chief Gant and myself. That's where he found me. So you were the first person to run to the scene, Lana? It appears so. I was filling some papers while Gant and Marshall were questioning Darke. When I returned to my office, I saw 3 bodies on the floor and smelled blood. 3 bodies? Darke, Marshall, and I guess Emma passed out? Prosecutor Marshall, the victim, Emma, who had passed out, and the suspect, Joe Darke. During the struggle, it seems Mr. Marshall struck a final blow before he died. Joe Darke had incurred a minor concussion and lay unconscious. What did you do? To be honest, I panicked. I picked up Emma, carried her out of the room, and just held her. Can't blame her. After all, her system must have gone through. After that, I placed Darke under the immediate arrest. Let me get this straight. You were all involved in the SL9 incident. That's right. Quite a coincidence, I don't buy it. What are you saying? There's no way everyone involved in this trial was also involved in that incident. Just by chance. But that case was solved 2 years ago. Was it now? At least one person went to extremes because they didn't believe it was truly solved. Officer Marshall. Yes, his actions came as a surprise to me as well. Ever since his brothers died, he's changed completely. I guess he wasn't convinced with the ruling against Joe Darke. Life doesn't end with the closing of a case. Everyone has to live the rest of their lives with their memories. That case just might not be over yet. Emma was assaulted by Darke at the police department, right? Yes, in the office that Damon Gant and I shared. The office that Mr. Gant now occupies by himself, the chief's office. Maybe we should have a look at the chief's office, the site of the final SL9 murder. I don't know what to show her. Should I show you something? The files, maybe? Okay, never mind. That's the... Nope. Dialogue. Attorneys and prosecutors have no business showing evidence outside court. It's taboo, especially when the interests of both parties are involved. She really means it. Lana! Okay, so... anything else that you can tell me about? The prince? Nope. I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. I don't think this... Nope. Okay. I don't know what I can show her. Nope. To get something else, but I don't think she's going to tell me anything. This thing is... No, it doesn't say anything about... No, it says A116, right? The tag says AI16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. That makes it seem all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Knowing this game? Maybe. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so it doesn't even have any SL9 like code or something. Oh wait, maybe you know who 777. I don't know how many 7s are there. Maybe you know? Nope. Okay. Okay, but you say that prosecutors and defense attorneys don't show evidence to each other. Right now you are not the prosecutor, you are the defendant. You might have some information for us. No. I guess... Fine, I leave. I guess I should try to get to Gant's office. Okay, underground parking lot. No one's here today, not even Miss Star. Everyone's probably busy looking into what exactly went down in the evidence room. That must be where the detectives are. But we proved in court today that on the day of the crime, no one was murdered in the evidence room at 5:15 p.m. Yeah, I thought we were finally making some headway in our case. But instead, it looks like we just ended up making Lana look even more guilty. Hang in there, Lana. I got to find all the answers by tomorrow. I don't know if there's anything else to investigate here. I think we already investigated everything here, so... can I go to the police department? Oh, maybe Edgeworth can tell me something. Okay. Mr. Edgeworth isn't here. Oh, okay. Maybe he's being questioned by an inquiry committee. He took a real beating in court today. Yeah, with Lana admitting to falsifying evidence 2 years ago. I guess we'll just have to come back later. I thought we would get somewhere here, but I guess not. Police department? Okay, let's see. Oh! Howdy, Bambina. Oh, Mr. Marshall! I never thought things would turn this way when I woke up this morning. ¿Qué será? You never know where life leads you, eh, Bambina? I should have known my luck had run out when old Billy dried up this morning. Billy? Must be his pet cactus. Say... Oh, sorry, that was Phoenix. Say, where are you headed? Just over to the prosecutor's office for a little interrogation. It's a voluntary appearance, but we all know I won't be coming back. Oh, did you get fired? Sorry, but you can go in the evidence room today, partner. But Mr. Marshall, why did you do it? Why do Prospector head west? If ever there was a case I needed to know the truth about, it was that one. Before you turn yourself in, Mr. Marshall, would you mind telling us exactly what happened? Huh. Looks like I won't be getting a steak lunch today. We didn't see Miss Stars. I think if we ask her to give you a lunch, she would give it once to us, but... Okay, please, just give me information. Darke trial. Something was fishy about that trial from the beginning. It wasn't just me either. All the detectives thought so. What do you mean, fishy? some of the facts reported were inconsistent with the evidence we found. For example, the murder weapon. The murder weapon? You mean that switchblade knife with the broken tip? That was just Darke's, alright. But in the initial autopsy report, a question was raised. A question? The blade of the knife was not a perfect match with the wound the victim sustained. What does that mean? It means there is a good chance that knife was not the murder weapon. However, in the report that was finally submitted, that possibility had been erased. Could the facts have been concealed with forged evidence? That case left behind scars on all of us. The scars that the SL9 incident left behind. Yeah, okay. So there's a missing blade somewhere. God, I think I have to remember that. Prosecutor Marshall. I got the looks, but he got the brains. He was one of the best prosecutors around. You both just look exactly the same. I don't know. Like, maybe no weird. I had just made detective when it went down. It was our first case together. How old was he, your brother? He was 27 at the time. He was awarded the highest honor that very day. The highest honor? You mean the King of Prosecutors? I knew it. What are you looking at me like that for? That's an honor for a prosecutor. Mr. Marshall must have really been close with his brother. The day the SL9 incident took place, that wasn't the same day as... That's right. It was the day of the evidence transfer. Interesting. It was drizzling that morning, and by nightfall there was thunder. I can't believe 2 years have gone by already. I tried to steal the evidence so the case wouldn't die. Apparently, someone tried to stop you. Detective Goodman was murdered, and the evidence locker was empty. Scars. There was something going on behind the scenes in that case. We all knew that later. Every detective involved in an investigation, save one, was taken care of. Save one? Gant? No, detective, no. Goodman, I guess. Miss Star was fired, and I was demoted and boxed away in a tiny room. What about Detective Goodman? If they did something to him too, the commissioners would get suspicious. No, they were careful enough not to be too obvious. They? Who are you talking about? Don't get upset, Bambina. I mean Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Gant and Sky. The investigation lead, Damon Gant, and his second in command, Lana Sky. There wasn't a person on the force who hadn't heard of that duo. That case was the biggest step in both of the careers. After the case ended, Lana transferred to the After the case ended, Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office, right? Yeah, Damon Gant, the new chief of police, arranged for that to happen. She's never been the same since she left. Everyone who knew her says so. Chief Prosecutor Sky was totally different when she was a detective. Now that he mentions it, Emma said something like that too. Tell me, what happened to my sister? Sorry, Bambina, but her secret is too well guarded. I never found out. Lana's secret. It all started 2 years ago. So there you have it. That's my story. Did you enjoy it, partner? It was certainly enlightening. There's one thing for sure I found out in court today. That boy Edgeworth isn't my enemy. He was the one who used falsified evidence to get a guilty verdict. But someone else was the one who gave him that evidence and planned everything. That someone is Damon Gant. Don't believe me? Well, I don't blame you. I will never be a patrolman after today. Oh, you weren't even drinking! You were just sucking on the cap of your bottle. You weren't even drinking. Too bad I won't be around to work with you when you become a real scientific investigator. Aww. Adios, bambina. Aww. I feel sad now. Oh, that's so sad. Oh god. What now? There's something here. Oh, I feel so sad for him. Oh no, poor guy. This place is always pretty empty, but today is deserted. That must mean everyone's busy solving crimes. Ah, if you're looking for the others, they're all in the conference room. Thanks! Wow, he actually talked to us. With the chief prosecutor saying that she did what she did and the decision about what to do about Mr. Edgeworth, not to mention our statement to the media and tomorrow's trial. There's more chaos going on than Thanksgiving and Christmas put together. I think festive is the word we should usually use for those. Sir, we'd like to have a look around Chief Gant's office. Just use the connecting hallway and to the other building and take the elevator to the top floor. Really? You mean it's okay for us to go in there? Wait, can we just walk in there? Like, we won't get in trouble or something? I mean, we aren't police officers or anything. Hey, you're right. You can't go in there. It's off limits. Emma! Now I see where Detective Gumshoe gets his unique charm. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's head to the chief's office. Yeah, who's going to stop us? That guy? He looks like pain. And that's an insult. Chief's office. Oh my god. What's with the decor here? The chief's office, okay. Whoa, where am I? In the chief's office, Lily. At least, that's what it says on the door. Check out that pipe organ. That's real, isn't it? Hey, I used to take organ lessons in kindergarten. They used to call me Little Miss Back. I thought I was a genius until they tried teaching me notes. Oh. I never could remember where C was. Oh god, he's here. I forgot about what voice I gave him. Oh, it's you too. Chief Gant. He put that paper he was reading in his desk. So, Righto, have you been swimming lately? I can't swim. No, I haven't. I've been kind of busy lately. I can appreciate that. I've had my hands full too, with Mr. Marshall's misconduct and Lana's provocative statements. Provocative statement? Oh, you mean about the forged evidence? 2 years have passed since that incident. My, how time flies. See that big picture on the wall over there? Wait! Wait! Hold on a second. Where is it? This thing? This thing! And the one in the picture! It's the same! Oh! Okay. I need to investigate that.
That's a picture of Lana, Neil, and me.
So this is Mr. Marshall's brother, Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
We took it to commemorate our work together.
Wait, also the shield. It's also there and it's different. I mean, we know this thing is broken. I don't know who it was, if it was Emma who said it, but in the picture it has like a sword thing in there, so something's not right with this picture. Several things are not right in this picture, Phoenix. There's the trophy, there's the jar thing on the back. I can't quite seem to put my finger on it though. Phoenix, come on! Gun picture added to the court record. Photo at the award ceremony of Gant, Lana, and Neil. Oh wait, that's the statue in the picture. Maybe if I can investigate it. Anyway, I'd like to reminisce all day, but there are matters that need my attention. I'm going to look up here, so let's go out together. Wait, but I need to investigate. Oh, but this office, it was a crime scene 2 years ago, wasn't it? That case has long since been over. There's no need to investigate it anymore. No, actually, I kinda need to investigate it. All the same, we'd still like to have a look around. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I said there's no need to investigate it anymore. Now hurry up and get out. I have a meeting to attend. Looks like we aren't welcome. It seems that case isn't over. That case isn't over with yet, after all. What do you mean? Chief Gant denied our request to search the crime scene. That means there must be a reason he doesn't want us looking around in there. You mean like a clue? There's got to be a way we can get inside the chief's office. How though? I don't know where else to go. Edgeworth, are you there? Nope. Oh god, please don't tell me I'm going to get stuck in here. We were here. Maybe go back into criminal affairs? Oh, there is something here. Okay.
Hey, Paul!
Detective Gumshoe, aren't you supposed to be in a meeting?
I'm, just taking a breather. My feet hurt.
From sitting so long? Wouldn't that be your butt?
Actually, from serving everyone coffee.
Oh no! Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's still out of the loop.
Say, have either of you seen Mr. Edgeworth?
Nope. Edgeworth? No, what do you ask?
He's under fire from both the police department and the prosecutor's office. It's almost like the battles between you two in court.
That sounds serious. Is it because of what my sister said?
That's basically what it all boils down to. That falsified evidence 2 years ago. Now Mr. Edgeworth has the whole world after his blood.
Yikes. Huh. Okay. Perhaps you can tell me more about some things, Gumshoe? I don't know if he's going to know anything about this, but...
Let me share a little advice with you as a detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut.
I'll keep that in mind.
Sheesh.
Okay, nothing. Okay, how about this? You brought me this, so maybe you know more about it.
I've been studying up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I for one ain't buying it, pal.
You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth?
Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose.
But Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Darke guilty. The security video maybe? Nope. The fingerprints?
I can't believe Officer Marshall would do something like that.
You know Officer Marshall?
Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me.
How old is he? 33. He's not that much older than him.
When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus.
Really?
He said, "Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles."
Oh, that's nice. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus.
Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
No, you're doing great as a detective. Okay. How about this?
About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere.
Somewhere?
Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives.
Don't think so. This must be the most informative detective I ever met.
Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me.
So it is something from the chief's office. Okay. Chief Gant?
Where could I have seen that before? No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker.
Hey, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, detective? The handprint on the real murderer's glove hand, without any fingerprints.
Shush! If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you?
Of course I would. If that happens, I think you'd do better pleading with Edgeworth. The glove? Nope. Okay. I don't know if the evidence room plan, like, is going to work. Nope. The lost item report?
Oh, a lost item report, huh?
Very impressive, detective. You know what it was right off the bat.
Well, I am a master of misplacement, you know.
Oh, you lose a lot of things. I see. Master, that has such a cool ring to it.
The way I see it, if things are meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here.
Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. This thing? No. This?
Hey, that powder's used for detecting fingerprints.
Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us.
Hey, what? All I have is some flour.
You're dusting fingerprints with flour? Are you okay, detective?
Quick, run! If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint.
Okay, no. I'm actually comforted by that. That's actually really funny. And so that's pretty in character for you. Why am I not comforted? This. Do you know who 7777 is?
That's the ID card record, isn't it?
That's the only one we need. Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m. Place it. The victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room along with someone else. Someone with an executive officer number.
777777.
That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. I just might have a hunch. Gant, I guess. Lumino?
Hey, I just bought some of the stuff.
That doesn't look like...
No, I can go around detecting blood traces too.
Wow! Is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height. Base height? Let me see that. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula.
You mean this can detect any blood traces?
Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol.
So that's why the lady at the counter had that smirk on her face.
What is it, for hair or what? What did you get? Like a thing for growing your hair? She probably thought you were starting to go bald or something. About this.
Hey, is that?
It has a tag attached to it with the label SL9 incident on it. I believe this would be the broken murder weapon you were speaking of.
What are you doing with that? Ever since that case was closed, that knife's been locked away in a locker.
On the night Detective Goodman was murdered, this suddenly disappeared from the locker. And was found in Mr. Edgeworth's card muffler.
That's it! Now I remember what that incriminating piece of evidence was. When you showed me that knife, it all came back to me.
Well, what is it, Detective? Quick, before you forget again! Okay, I probably unlocked something. I still want to show him stuff because... just in case, you know? Nope. Okay, nothing. I don't know about the crime photo.
That's the photo that Miss Darke took.
Anything you can tell us about it?
That Miss Darke is quite the lady. Why, I remember, it was winter, I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am right now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school too. He strikes me as the type to do so. Okay, what else do we got here? Nope. It was worth a shot. The cell phone? No. This thing? The autopsy? Nope. Blue Badger? This guy almost made us lose the case today.
What are you talking about? He was guarding the blood stain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you can say about most officers nowadays.
It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit he's right though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15 p.m. Parking stop? I don't think so. Oh!
Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing?
I think we already had this conversation though. Yeah.
Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else already did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth.
And knowing how many people did he get declared guilty, that's a lot of people. I think I already showed him everything, so let's just talk to you. Edgeworth's crisis. But why would Edgeworth be blamed? It's not like he knew the evidence was forged. Lanaska is the guilty party here, isn't she? Sorry, Emma.
Regardless, a prosecutor is responsible for the evidence they present in court. Not only that, but as you know, there's been a lot of rumors going around about Mr. Edgeworth. His amazing talent as a prosecutor kept him safe from those who don't like him. But now, with this...
Are there really so many people who hate him?
In our world, only those with talent rise to the top. Mr. Edgeworth not only has that, but he's young. There's no better recipe I know for making enemies.
Hey Dick, keep up the good work.
Yes, sir.
Let's go for lunch again sometime. My treat.
Yes, sir.
You're the complete opposite of everyone loves you. You gotta take me back to that joint sometime, okay, Dick?
Yes, sir.
It seems you don't have any problems with enemies.
Yeah, well, I'm careful not to stick out. Anyway, I'm a bit worried about him. Under all his pressure, I'm afraid Mr. Edgeworth just might crack.
The SL9 incident.
Actually, I took a look at the file earlier while the coffee was brewing.
He seems genuinely concerned for Edgeworth. Ah, that's such a good friend. Well, did you find out anything?
The only evidence Darke left behind was during this final attack.
His final attack? You mean...
when he killed Prosecutor Marshall, who was trying to protect some girl.
Some girl? The girl is right here. Me. It seems Detective Gonshu never realized Emma was a girl.
That's when he left the most incriminating evidence of all.
Well, what was it?
Oh, let's see. I think that's something to do with the murder weapon. Oh, I forget. Look, it's all written somewhere in here, okay?
His powers of recollection never fail to impress. Maybe we should show him the murder weapon. It might jog his memory. Okay. Darke's crimes.
Joe Darke was 42 at the time of the crime. He was just your run-of-the-mill businessman.
A businessman? What made him think to serial killing?
One day, on his way home from work, he hit someone with his car.
With his car? So, it was an accident.
An accident, yes, but it transformed him into an animal.
An animal?
He killed a man that witnessed the accident. Then he killed a lady who saw the second crime. A kid walked by just then, so he killed them too. Then when he was burying the bodies, a jogger came up to the scene and was killed as well. Finally, he turned himself in.
So basically, he hit someone in his car, the person dies. Someone sees him, he kills them. Someone saw him kill that person, he killed them. And then someone saw him kill that person, he killed them, and then he was like, you know what, I'm just going to turn myself in. Seems he was a pretty careless animal.
Of course, this is all conjecture. There wasn't a single shred of evidence.
So he turned himself in.
Yes, but in the middle of his questioning, he fled and murdered his final victim, Prosecutor Marshall. That crime was witnessed by someone too, but luckily Darke was arrested on the spot. It's a good thing that the last witness wasn't killed.
That last witness? AKA Emma. The murder weapon. This knife, it was Joe Darke's, wasn't it?
That's right. We traced it back to the store he bought it at, plus it had his fingerprints on it too.
But no one actually witnessed him using it to murder anyone, right?
That's where he locked right out. When you take a good look at the knife, you'll see it's broken.
You don't have to take a good look to notice that.
Yeah, well, anyway. Take a guess where the broken of tip of the knife was found.
In the body of the victim?
That's what did him in.
Where was it?
The victim, Neil Marshall, was carrying it inside his own body.
Mm-hmm.
It was found deep inside the stab wound.
Oh, can we get that proof? I don't know if I am going to use it, but maybe it would be useful. Did it match Darke's knife?
You bet, down to the last fiber.
That's pretty conclusive. Okay. Updated autopsy report. God damn it, Edgeworth! Stuffed in the bag. But no, I thought it was. Sorry, Goodman's. No. It's Marshall's autopsy report. Stabbed in the back, died from punctured heart and lung. Holy crap! Like stabbed from the back and it reached the heart and the lung. Wow! A knife tip was in the wound. Oh, updated switchblade. Okay. The broken tip was found in the victim's body. Belonged to the murderer Joe Darke.
Well, there you have it in a nutshell. That's all I know.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it? If it's money you need, you should actually have got.
It's not money, but it does concern the chief. His office is a crime scene, right? It's where Prosecutor Neil Marshall was murdered. The chief's out now, and his office is locked. But we'd like to have a look around if that's okay.
Well, any detective's ID card can unlock the door.
What? Really? Oh, Gumshoe, please, just help us.
But if I let a civilian in there, I'll be charged with breach of trust.
Breach of trust?
Simply put, I'd be canned.
Oh.
Sorry, pal. I don't plan on getting fired because of you.
Nah, that's understandable. How about this ID card? It was Detective Gunman's.
That won't work either. The data was deleted the day he died.
Oh, damn it. Oh. So, in other words, Gumshoe is our only chance of getting into that office. But I don't want him to get fired. I wonder if there's something we could show him that would make him change his mind. Okay, but what? I don't know what we can show him to make him change his mind. The jar? Yeah, you said you saw it before. It's on the office, but I need you to... Okay, maybe I still don't have all the proof, all the evidence that I need to get. Detention center, I guess? Nope. I don't know where else to go. Oh! Wait, there's something here. I wonder if Edgeworth is back yet. There he is! It looks like he's writing something.
What are you doing here?
He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. What are you doing? Tough day in court, huh?
I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me?
Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. I don't have to say anything. I'm sure you made the joke in your head.
So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day.
Forged evidence?
There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I do can erase that fact.
But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified.
The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility, and as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this?
Even Edgeworth can keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow?
Huh. First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me.
Again, I won't make the joke. You guys have already made it in your heads.
To be honest, you're getting on my nerves.
But Mr. Edgeworth, you can just walk out on the trial.
Tomorrow is the last day. It's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this.
What do you mean?
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
It's only half as long as most lists? That's odd.
After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but I knew what I had to do. Use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. That was really the only thing on my mind at the time.
Say, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture. Something seems strange about it. The day of the crime? Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right?
I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one.
Because you were awarded this.
Those receiving awards can exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning, then drove over to the police department.
You finished up at the office?
Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back.
Take something back?
This.
Oh yeah, Chief Gunn asked you to hold on to that, didn't he?
Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office.
That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to?
That's right.
Okay, I guess I should just show him stuff. First, I'm going to show you my attorney's badge.
I once dreamed of being a defense attorney, a long time ago.
What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yet a clear path is laid out before me. I have no time to look back on what might have been.
I guess the trophy? I don't know. You know, it wouldn't hurt you put this up somewhere, like on a shelf.
That has no meaning for me anymore.
What do you mean, anymore?
That who I was last year. What good is it to dwell on the past?
He's asking me? Why can't he just accept it graciously? Actually, something's been troubling me about this shield. Look! Do you notice anything different?
Different?
Yeah, don't you remember? The other shield in the court record. I guess it represents this other shield. I guess the one in the picture? This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gunn's office.
Prosecutor Neil Marshall. Oh, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy.
Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me.
Yes?
The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding, it's a little different than yours.
Yes, you're right. Ah, I remember now.
Remember what?
That was the official prosecutor's... That was the official prosecutor's trophy looked like until 2 years ago. There's a story behind its design.
A story?
Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Huh.
Okay, first I want to show him like all the evidence I can show him to unlock stuff.
Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea.
I'll pass on the tea.
Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. H just told you no in a very stylish manner.
Whose side are you on anyway?
Okay, no. So I guess I just show him. Okay, how about this? Your name is it's written on these files.
Okay.
No.
The video? I guess, let's see. Okay, King of Prosecutors Trophy. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you heard this story?
Me?
Sure. Everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it though? For Emma's sake. Very well. Long ago, in the kingdom of Shu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield of armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon.
Wait a minute.
Those claims contradict each other! Very perceptive. But then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyway, as you mentioned, the very description of these items described them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless. And thus, the Chinese word for contradiction was born.
Oh, I see. So the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize...
Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with the merchant at a loss of words. But it is in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion, even if it results in something as ugly as this.
Wow, thanks Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today.
That's funny.
If that's so, then why were you only given a shield?
You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished.
Chief Gant. 2 years ago, the halberd was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. I get the feeling that it's not that he just decided to remove it, but that something happened and it had to be removed. Also, what is this thing? I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Wright. Let's take a look. Are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground.
Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. You didn't even look! Dude, Gumshoe does so much for you, come on! You didn't even look!
What? Letter of...
If you're having trouble reading, I'll read it for you. It says, Letter of Resignation.
You wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. No, I refuse.
Resignation? Edward, you don't mean...
I'm tired, Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died.
But Mr. Edward, none of this is your fault.
I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done. And no one else should forgive me either.
Uh-oh, I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something.
This letter of resignation, I wonder if I can use it for anything. Okay. Letter of resignation put into pocket. Oh! If I show this to Gumshoe, maybe I can get him to cooperate with me. Ooh. Okay, I have to... Okay, nothing else. I'll be right back, Edward. Oh! Well, I guess there's something else here. Okay. Excuse me, neutral voice. I don't know who this is. Oh! Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Ooh, roast beef. I'm getting hungry. Miss Darke, I guess he's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's nipple to discover milk. Moving on. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this tile was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence from that case was due for transferal. This can be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know, that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Woodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Star hated toward Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. I guess I'll talk to you. Darke investigation. Joe Darke. That's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister! The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. Okay, after case closed. That legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up with our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Darke got what she deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence-producing core was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear, but other items were kept secret. But you don't have proof anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough. of what happened. After that case, all of us, save Goodman, were relieved of our duties. Most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Sky transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Sky was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Legendary duo. Damon Gunn and Lana Sky. Gunn led the investigation with Lana second in command. They were the best. They solved all kind of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gunn's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in cases he handled. Ooh, that sounds like false evidence. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dare confront him though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall. When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. If it wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would even have recovered from this shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr. That's why I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn out so cold after that? Being used. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gunn's powerful influence. Chief... That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. Oh, okay, I get it. What? You mean that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he could control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last, I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chef than I've been. Okay, thank you. Let's go to the police department and give Gumshoe this thing. Okay. Oh, you're back. You still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your persistency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. It'll be my neck on the line.
That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's got to be something we can do to make the detective change his mind. Something like this, perhaps?
What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No way! Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious!
Is he ever not serious?
I can't believe they pushed him this far.
Mr. Edgeworth really feels it is responsible.
When I first met him, I thought he was as cold as ice too. But I know different now. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence. But we betrayed him.
Detective!
That's it. I made up my mind.
But
Here, take my ID card.
we can do that if someone found out. They wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report.
Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be good as terminated.
What?
So at least let me do this, for Mr. Edgeworth's sake.
Alright, detective. Thank you. Okay. Gumshoe's ID. A police department ID card allows access to areas of the PD open to detectives. Thank you, Gumshoe! You're so good. Oh, way so dark. The chief's office. Here goes, Mr. Wright. We're in. Okay, I want to check that armor in the corner. We're in! If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner.
If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out.
Ah! Did she hit him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I didn't even know you could slap a ghost.
Ah! Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that?
I wasn't sneaking. I was just worried something might go wrong. So I came too.
If you're here, then what's the point in giving us your ID card? Gumshoe's ID cards and rather unusable in pocket.
Hey, don't do that to my card! I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now.
We're all in this together. You really do want to get fired, don't you?
Not if we're lucky. Now come on, let's see what we can find out.
I got a bad feeling about this. Okay, first, this. This was also in the picture. This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons?
Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for imitations.
First the pipe organ, now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it! I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes! You don't have any taxes to pay. Yet.
Shh! Be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief might be hiding this armor as we speak.
I don't think he's been in there. Even if he did, he'd never be able to get back out.
Cut it out. You guys don't know how scary that guy can be.
How many sevens are in this? Because I see a safe over there, and I think that might be the code. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's seven sevens. Okay. I want to check this thing. This is a safe, isn't it?
Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue.
Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. Uh-huh. A 7-digit number. Oh, it's definitely his code. I just might know what it is. Input number.
Do you know what it is?
I have a hunch.
Oh, I know. You want to try my birthday? It's...
No, Gumshoe. I want to know your birthday, but not for this. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Aha! Bingo! Bingo! What number did you enter?
Whose birthday was that, pal?
77777777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day.
You mean...
Those sevens.
that ID number?
I think you're 1 7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gunn's ID number. Say, anyone care to look inside? Oh?
Is there any money there? How much does he have stashed away?
Look, it's a... Oh! Oh! The missing piece!
A shard from a broken cup.
This somehow looks familiar. Where have we seen this before? We have it in the core record, Phoenix. There's something else in here too. Huh? What's this? It looks like a piece of leather cloth. Huh, and it has a hand. This is a handprint, isn't it?
Hey, I saw someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, it was just a thought.
Is that it? This is all that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now.
A piece of cloth with a handprint on it. And a broken shard from a cup.
They look like pieces of evidence.
Yeah, but unless you can prove they have something to do with this case, I'm afraid I can just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here.
Great. Now I have to prove their relevancy to them, to get them. How are these two items related to the SL9 incident? I know the broken shard is from the jar, but the piece of leather cloth, I have no idea. We could use the fingerprinting dust, right? Come on, there's got to be something we can show the detective. Alright. First, before we continue with that, I want to check this.
The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we heard him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department.
That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th floor of an entirely different building.
When a detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours.
What's so bad about that? Music suits the soul.
After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except of the ringing in her ears.
So it's an instrument of punishment.
Literally.
An instrument of torture. But aren't the chief's ears affected?
He never listens to anyone anyway.
That's besides the point. I don't think there's anything here because we already saw the picture. So I guess I show Gumshoe the broken jar? Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar?
I remember where the three of us put that back together. Ah, those were the days.
That was yesterday. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't the jar a piece of evidence from that case?
That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it.
Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found?
You mean this one that was in the safe?
Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Yeah? Uh-huh.
Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits.
Assemble fragments, leave them be for now. No. Assemble them, please. Here, let me see that shard. I'll take a crack at this.
Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do.
Mr. Wright, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Maybe like this? Yep. There, it feels like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But...
Hey guys, get a load of this!
what is it?
This piece you just attached. It's different from the others.
There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line. That's blood.
I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe?
Evidence from the SL9 incident. Final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Blood traces. And what else can I show him to get the handprint? If I show him the fingerprint instead. Detective Consul, I'd like you to have a look at this.
Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints?
That's a great idea, Detective.
Alright, go to town. Sheesh.
What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that?
Go ahead, take my fingerprints.
No, on the piece of blood, Gumshoe. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe.
Oh, I knew that. The one with the handprint on it, right? Sheesh, where's your sense of humor?
Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away.
Where are you, my mom? I don't have to be told 1,000,000 times.
Alright, let's get this over with. I think this is the clearest finger in this thing. Or maybe this one. I'll start with this one. Alright. If not, I'll go with the other one, but I think this is the clearest one of all of them. Okay. I think that's enough. It's not Gant, not Meekins, not Marshall, not... Well, kind of similar to Goodman's. Oh no. Oh no! Wait! What? It's a... But that's Emma's... But how?
Emma's? But I guess because she was here and... Eh? No. How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here?
Hey, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they?
Huh? It seems the prints are too old. Phoenix! They aren't clear enough to get a match.
Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Darke's prints.
Psst! Hey you! Over here! What's going on here? What are that kid's prints doing inside the chief's safe?
Don't ask me. Let's just keep this information from Emma for now.
Here, maybe you should hold on to this.
Uh-huh.
Folded and added to the court record. Found in Chief's gun's safe. Evidence for something, but what? Where's Emma Sky's prints? That's suspicious. The chief's office. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's?
Yes, that's what I was waiting for, Lana. On that day 2 years ago.
Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gun's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at the New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time.
I see. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk?
No one except Chief Gun and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning.
Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. There can't possibly be any clues remaining. Chief Gun.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it?
Why do you ask?
You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No. No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
He's suspicious of us. Okay. No, then, let's look around a bit more.
Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy.
Huh? What is it?
When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start worrying you, pal. You don't just let it go, I thought.
Sorry. This guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's worrying you?
You two don't think Chief Gun might be a suspect, do you?
Yes. Kamshu, sorry to tell you that, but I suspect him a lot. What? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him?
Chief Gun, so he's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Sorry, Kamshu, we can't tell you right now. What should I do now? Should I just present you this? Maybe you tell me more? What is this piece of cloth anyway? It's smooth and sort of feels like vinyl. But why was it there? I think I felt something like this before. Nah, I can't remember. He had like a moment of like, oh, maybe it's... But then like, nah, it can't be. It seems this is becoming a habit with you. You need to practice your memory, Kamshu. You're not that old to be losing your memories. I can't keep anything in my head lately.
Note to self, Detective Kamshu is going senile.
But he's only, what, 30-something, right? He's only 30. He's not going senile. Emma's fingerprints were found on this cloth.
I have a bad feeling about this. I guess now that we have this thing complete, we show it to him.
I feel a lot better now that this jar's complete.
But it only raises another question. What was that piece of it doing in the chief's safe?
More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway?
Not always. I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on this. What else? What else? This?
If I fire, I won't be able to give you any information. So that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you?
Don't be so negative, Detective. We do want you to share your information, though.
Oh, who am I fooling? I never had anything useful to share to begin with.
Good to stay positive. I don't know what else to show him. Oh wait, right, because we used 777.
That's the ID card record, isn't it?
Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. Okay, we saw that. Yeah, we saw this. Executive officer number. We saw this. This one's 7 too many. But I don't know what else to show you. Is there anything that I haven't checked? Oh no, the desk? Wow, look at the size of Chief Gun's desk! Speaking of that, when we were here earlier... Oh right! Right. He was doing something, right? With a paper. Oh, it's you too. Chief Gun. Oh yeah. I think I've seen that picture before. Wait, didn't Edgeworth have something like that? He put that paper he was reading in his desk. I wonder what he was reading.
This looks like a list of evidence.
Huh. A list of evidence.
In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this, though.
That's exactly what Edgeworth said. Hey, look at the case name!
Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here.
Huh. Hold on, Detective. What did you just say?
I said, I wonder what...
No, about evidence lists. Normally they're twice as long.
That's right. I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence.
A half-size list of evidence.
The list of evidence. It seems too short. Most lists run twice as long.
What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case.
It would appear so.
Was ripped in half, so this part is all I've got. I guess I'm showing that to Edgeworth, and we can figure out something.
Well, was I any help?
Of course! Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Oh, it's probably Gant.
No, that's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat?
The Chief Gant! Uh-oh. We didn't think you'd be back so soon.
Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in science. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out the window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just when I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave.
Yes, sir. Sorry.
Oh, you in the coat. Mister? Drop off your ID on the way out.
Oh no! Wait! He's getting fired. No! I didn't mean to do that. No! Sorry, come shoot.
You won't be needing it anymore. But sir!
Oh god.
Now get out. Yes, sir.
Oh. We'll be on our way too then.
Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Emma? Don't go yet.
Hi! Me, sir?
I like to work with you.
But sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet.
You with the spike hair, you're free to go.
Excuse me, I'm not leaving without Emma. Mr. Wright! Did we just leave her? Dude, what the hell?
Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. The chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you?
I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired.
Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it.
Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gunn was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Can we please worry a bit more about Emma? But why has she kept eerily silent about it all this time?
Anyway, you listen to me. I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the chief again. Later, pal.
After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions. So she'll be busy for the rest of the day. Why did you just leave her there? Oh my gosh. Okay, detention center, visitor's room. You have a lot to explain. I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really, I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that lurking behind your words. Gant. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right.
Edgeworth?
Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Alright. Speak. Keeping quiet. I have to admit, I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No. I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom may I ask this person you're speaking of? The one I am supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? Well, obviously, Damon Gant. Well, Miss Kai? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the Chief Prosecutor.
Do not forget your place. I take it she's still not ready to spill the beans.
My apologies.
Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know?
Damon Gant. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective.
Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes?
His crimes?
Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence.
Of course, these are serious offenses.
Why is it though that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned?
Chief Gant?
Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was...
me. I had access because I was second in command on that investigation.
Yes, you, but also one other, Damon Gant.
If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case.
Maybe this? I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar, please, and this piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? They're pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him?
Touché, Mr. Wright. It is as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders. Even if it means being found guilty for murder.
Why not?
Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate.
In the murder of Detective Goodman.
Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate.
Orders.
Although I can tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Brute Goodman's body.
So he was already dead.
You'll find him inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car.
Just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman.
Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body.
The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife?
No. When I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it.
The knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Darke's knife.
I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife.
That would be Edgeworth's knife.
That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand.
And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand?
Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then... she saw me just as I plunged the knife in.
Miss Star, huh? Why did you need to hide Darke's knife so badly? Darke's knife.
It took a lot of work to finally close the Darke case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible.
So you hid Darke's knife?
The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Darke case.
If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that.
So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it?
In Edgeworth's exhaust pipe.
Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler.
You were trying to get your sister involved with all of this, Lana? You asked Emma?
I didn't want anyone to be on the force to know about this.
That would explain why Emma is so confident about Lana's innocence.
Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day.
A bad feeling?
The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, the first thing I did was make a phone call. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall.
To Marshall? Why on earth would you call him?
The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade on his own.
Oh, you mean...
Not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands.
He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal the evidence.
He had already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared.
So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room?
I'm afraid that's all I can tell you.
But Lana...
You've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow.
Sorry, but no. I do whatever I want.
Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything.
Detective Goodman's real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Oh my god, to be continued. That's almost 2 hours of video. Oh my god. Oh, I need a break. Okay, so that will be it for this episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing, and I see you on the next video. Bye bye.